ready for the next step on the river today. We are going to be putting on the water ripples. It's for a nice gentle flow, and I want to show you how that does look and how it works and how to do it. It's super easy. Have a little bit of a test section that I did already right here, and you can see that has a very nice effect to it. So this is the product, the surface water ripples from Woodland Scenics. We've shown you this before, I'll show you again. This is like a gel. Kind of reminds me of hair gel, to be honest with you. Looks like this. And in fact, all of the work that I've done and pieces I've taken out for this test subject have already kind of disappeared out of this. So take a stiff brush. I'm using this cheap one here. It's kind of round, stiff bristle. And because I used it already, I got a couple bristles stuck together, but that's okay. You're going to take, let me put this into frame here, you're just going to dip it in there like this. And all you're going to do is just start dabbing. You want to dab, work it into the edges, and get it kind of all at an even height. If you have more rough water going around rapids or something like that, you'll probably want some more. Get that out of there. Got a piece of paint stuck in it or something. There you go. Okay. You probably want to work, a little bit more. We're going to do that and cause some different ripples with the canoers. One thing that you're going to notice is that when you first put these on, these ripples are kind of sharp. They have a little more prominent height to them. And that's okay. As this dries and cures into being a solid, those are going to be a lot more subtle. They're going to kind of settle in, I guess is a good way to describe it. Let's get this in here. And they'll be nice and gentle ripples. You can, as you think about water flow, you can do this in a certain way so that the ripples are going in a certain direction. Generally speaking, you usually go in lines across. The reason behind that is because if you watch regular water, you will see that they kind of have a line as the current is flowing, this way or whichever direction you decide, if you decide to have a current. But that's kind of the main part of this. I'm going to go through and do quite a bit of this. When I get close to doing the canoers, which I have sitting off to the side here, when I get close to doing the canoers, then I will show you that step and we'll go from there. Alright, so time for the canoers. I want them to go more or less here. So one of the things I did to initially get this in here is I put in some extra thick water ripples right there. The reason behind that is because this will actually act as kind of a glue for the canoe to stick them into that. So we're going to just use their canoe to spread that around a little bit like that. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a flat brush. So I have this one, which it's a little thick, but that's okay. We're going to get some of the water ripples on the side, and we're going to use just the edge of it just to go create some out effects from it. This will help us give that illusion that they've been canoeing through the water. And don't forget that there's usually multiple ripples that come from this in multiple sides, multiple directions. So we want to make sure that we fully replicate that. There, kind of like that. Because it's a canoe and not like a speedboat or anything like that, these ripples don't need to be big. They're not going to go far or fast because it's a canoe. There is a different effect that you can get to do more pronounced waves and ripples, so I recommend checking that out. It's also by Woodland Scenics if that's something that you guys are kind of planning on doing with your area, your layout. You know, certainly nothing wrong with that. It's a cool effect. I hope you guys enjoy it if you give that a shot. Kind of taper the ends in a little bit. Put some behind. And just like that. Let's see if I can zoom us in a little bit for you. There. Should have a fairly decent ripple effect going there now as these guys move through the water. It'll be good. There's some stuff behind. Add a little bit more. I feel like behind's kind of lacking a little bit. There. Just like that. All right, I'm going to keep working on the river here. When we're all said and done, I'll show you what it's like. And then once it dries overnight tonight and tomorrow it's all set and dry, then I will show you what that looks like as well. Another thing you can do too is along some of these edges is you have areas like this sand that pop up or anything, you can do the same effect. You can grab some of these, you can get it to kind of curl up a little bit like it's slapping against the shoreline or anything like that. That's some up to you options. Alright guys, we're back. It's the next day. It's been, a few seconds for you, but 24 hours for us. The river is now dry. You can see this is nice and hard to the touch. Has a good reflection to it still, which is nice, but you do get some nice water ripple effects. Looks decent. Where we were doing kind of some more drastic waves, those toned down a little bit, which is okay against the rocks and stuff over here. I'm not exactly sure what happened here. You see this bump there in front of my finger. I'll have to figure that out, but that's okay. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope that you found this video helpful, and hopefully we can do a lot more in the future. We still have the next river to do. That one needs a little bit more work before we get that one done. So you'll probably see some updates on that later. But anyways, thanks again guys.